All right, let's talk about this. These new AI-powered browsers, they're amazing, right? They can summarize articles for you, answer your questions instantly. They promise to make us so much faster and smarter online. But what if all that convenience, all that help, actually comes with a really big hidden cost? I mean, really think about it. What if the most helpful feature in your browser was also its biggest weakness? We're inviting these incredibly powerful AIs into the most private space in our digital lives, our browser. And it turns out that their ability to read and act for us could be a wide open backdoor for a new kind of threat that most of us have never even considered. You know, for years, we've all been trained to watch out for the usual stuff. Sketchy links, weird downloads. But the browser company Brave just uncovered something completely different. This is a vulnerability that doesn't need you to click on anything suspicious. Nope, it goes after the very nature of the AI itself. Security folks are calling this the lethal trifecta, and it's basically a perfect storm. See, each of these things on its own might be okay, but when you put them all together, an AI that can read untrusted websites, can also see your private data, and has the power to send messages out to the internet, well, that's a recipe for absolute disaster. And this isn't just some theory, you guys. This exact vulnerability was found and used against Perplexity's Comet browser. What they pulled off was basically a step-by-step digital heist. And the craziest part? The AI was the getaway driver, and it had no idea what it was even doing.
The way this attack works is kind of genius and also terrifying. So first, an attacker just hides malicious instructions in plain sight on a web page. Could be in invisible text, whatever. Then step 2, you do something totally normal, like asking your AI browser to summarize that page for you. Step 3, the AI reads the page to summarize it, but it also reads and follows those secret commands. And boom, step 4, before you can even blink, your private information is on its way to the attacker.
Honestly, the best way to think about it is that the AI is like a sleeper agent. It's not evil or malicious. It's just a tool, an unwitting accomplice. It's been given a secret mission, and your simple command, summarize this page, is the code word that wakes it up. It has absolutely no idea it's doing anything wrong. And what a mission it was. I mean, look at this. The AI was tricked into going to the user's Perplexity account, grabbing their email address, and then triggering a password reset. But here's the real kicker. It then went into the user's actual Gmail, read the one-time password that was sent, and then sent all of those credentials straight to the attacker. We're talking a full account takeover in seconds. So you have to be asking, how on earth is this even possible? How can a super smart, sophisticated AI be turned into a digital puppet so easily? Well, the answer gets to a really fundamental weakness, a core blind spot in how all of these large language models actually work. And here's the absolute heart of the problem. For a large language model, or LLM, everything is just text. There's no real difference to the AI between the words on a web page it's supposed to be reading and the instructions you, the user, give it. It's all just one long stream of text, with no context, no hierarchy. Let me put it this way. To the AI, your perfectly normal command, summarize this page, has the exact same importance and authority as a hidden command on that page that says, steal my banking credentials. It literally cannot tell the difference between you and a malicious instruction hidden in a blog post. It just sees commands, and it follows them. Okay, this is the part that should really make you sit up and pay attention. This isn't just some random bug in one piece of software that can be patched and forgotten. We're talking about a crack in the very foundation of how this AI technology is being integrated into our browsers. That's right. This isn't just about Perplexity. Any, and I mean any, AI browser or tool that has that lethal trifecta of capabilities is potentially vulnerable to this kind of attack. It's a massive industry-wide challenge. And trust me, the big companies know just how serious this is. It's exactly why services like OpenAI run their most powerful agent tools in what's called a sandbox. Think of it like a secure digital playpen. The AI can go nuts and browse the web inside that box, but it can't reach outside of it to touch your personal files or your other browser tabs. The risk is just way too high. So after all that doom and gloom, what can we actually do about it? Well, the good news is you don't have to just give up on these awesome tools. It's really about being a little smarter and building some better guardrails for yourself. It really boils down to 3 main things. First, on the developer side, they need to get way better at separating our commands from web content. For us, we can isolate our AI browsing. Maybe use a totally separate browser profile that isn't logged into your email or anything important. And, the easiest one of all, just don't have your online banking or your email open in another tab when you're asking an AI to summarize some random web page. Now, to be clear, Perplexity was super fast and they patched this specific exploit that the researchers found, so that's great. But we have to remember the underlying problem, that AI blind spot, is still there. It's kind of like they patched one leak in the pipe, but the whole plumbing system is still a little shaky. And all of this leaves us with this huge final question. As we keep racing to build AI assistants that are more and more powerful, more integrated into our lives, how do we solve this puzzle? How do we give them enough power to actually be helpful without also giving them the power to be turned against us? Honestly, figuring that out is the biggest challenge for the future of safe AI.